Lord did tell me about this. Lord Murphy, the Lord, the wrestling acumen, because it's not just working with Southern States Wrestling now, he's working with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. Now, I saw the first episode of this. It's now episode 4. I missed 2 and 3. I wasn't massively keen on number 1. They've made some changes for 4. And let me tell you something, spoiler alert, one of those changes is they've gone big on Murphy Costigan. So they should. Marvellous. One of the first changes is that there's a gentleman in the ring. He isn't half bigging himself up, really telling us how good he is. He's Bobby Blade, who has got he calls himself the Lone Wolf, I think, and he's got a talk show, The Wolf Den, and it's on right now. There's no chairs in the ring or anything like that. There's no set dressing. It's not like the funeral parlour. Oh, Mr. Okerlund. Nothing like that. It's just inviting people into the ring. Well, get them a chair to sit them down. Make them comfortable, Bobby. So Bobby Blade is welcoming in Bobby Blaze. Are you keeping up? It might not have been good to have had Blade and Blaze for the first episode of this Wolf Den. Oh! But they want to get this announcement in early because Bobby Blaze, who is well liked in the area, he's a veteran wrestler and a future Hall of Famer, perhaps, he's going to be the new commissioner. He's the commish. No, he's not. He's the general manager. Same sort of thing. And he will be fair, and he'll call it down the line. He'll be fair and honest with everyone. He doesn't half get involved this week, though, I'll tell you that. And then he leaves, and Bobby Blade says, that's all for this week. Bye. It's not really worth this Wolf Den thing. You've created a graphic for it. I'm not quite sure there's enough work in the Wolf Den to create a graphic for the Wolf Den. It didn't look like anything else. It didn't look like anything special. It looked like we're just going to chat with somebody in the ring now. It looked like that. Anyway, Marty Clay is upset with Carl Magad because Carl Magad is the heavyweight champ. No, he's not. He's the Southeastern champion, isn't he? And he will be going at their next event in a fatal three-way. No, triple threat. It's a fatal four-way, Steve. Doesn't go. The F and the T don't go together. Fatal three-way. They don't go, do they? I can't remember who else. Oh, it's Stan Sierra. I wanted to call it Stan Stasiak, but it's not. No. Stan Sierra, he and Marty Clay, who's now being interviewed, will go for the heavyweight championship. And Marty doesn't like the change that's come over Carl Magad. He's just been to Vietnam. And he really was quite sweet, actually. We see a little bit of the wrestling there. He said, I'll take the experience. I've worked, and it's a great experience. Love it. I've done loads of things that I never thought I would. I've appeared on national TV several times. But the main thing is getting this Appalachian Mountain Wrestling Championship. And he says, if I don't win that with all the fans in my corner, I will leave Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. Now, that probably means he's going to win. But hold on to your horses, because there's something coming later. That was quite a long interview, actually. But Marty's okay. He's quite disarming and sweet. And I didn't think, oh my God, this is dragging like a donkey's dick. I didn't think that. I thought it was good, actually. I thought it was all right. Anyway, Hobo Joe is facing Jordan Carlisle. Now, Carlisle is a bad guy. Hobo Joe is much bigger than Carlisle, taller. And he's got quite a height advantage on most of the wrestlers, it seems, in Appalachian Championship Wrestling. Carlisle avoids him early on and celebrates that because really you want to keep away from this bloke. He's got a lot more power than you. Gets a headlock on which Hobo Joe doesn't bother to work with him at all for. It's not good. There's a colour man here who doesn't, he says, because what happens is Hobo Joe, he grabs, because he's much stronger, grabs Jordan Carlisle and deposits him on his feet on the apron. And the colour man says, I don't know the rules of Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. Maybe you should have looked at that before you started to do this colour commentating lark for Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. But in the past, that would have been a disqualification if he'd gone to the floor. Right, well, there are two things here. it's not then. You don't know what the rules are here. Well, there's three things, because he didn't go over the top and land on the floor. So you don't know the rules. So probably best to just keep your counsel if you don't really. Anyway, he then calls Jordan Mike Carlisle. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, there was a huge Hobo Joe slam and a chop. Nice rolling neck breaker from Jordan or Mike Carlisle. Either way, it's Carlisle brothers, Jordan and Mike. Big boot from Hobo Joe. Snapmare from Carlisle, which makes the commentary excited. Never seen anybody excited by a snapmare before, really. Joe catches him, and apparently he hits a Samoan drop. But apparently, according to commentary, it's a fall-away slam segueing into a Samoan drop. They are pretty similar, to be honest. Don't think you would segue from one to the other, really, would you? Don't think so. Then Carlisle gets a snap DDT, which is nice for a 2 count, but Hobo Joe's finisher, even nicer, package pile driver, seemingly out of nowhere for that pin. It wasn't great, but it weren't bad either. Tell you what was good, though, your triple threat main event. Because you got Chase Emery and Kyle Maggard, who is the Southeastern champion, versus Lord Murphy Costigan. Oh, the laird of Appalachian mountain wrestling. And it's not supposed to be for the title. Suddenly, it is. I mean, I have to say that Kyle Maggard is a bit cheesed off by that, and I would be too. They never mentioned it beforehand. They sort of sprung it on him. Anyway, Costigan talks to Kyle Maggard as if to say, we've got an agreement, haven't we? We're both going to take Chase Emery out. Now, there's previous here, isn't there? Because Chase Emery just got the Southern States Wrestling Championship from Murphy Costigan. I mean, I believe that. I mean, the deck was stacked against him. I have to say that. But anyway, they're fighting here again. And although he says to the champion, Kyle Maggard, you know, we actually agreed, didn't we? We actually agreed to fight against Emery. As soon as Kyle Maggard said, yeah, that's right, he gives him an headbutt. Pushing Kyle Maggard out of the ring. And then the bell rings. It's great, actually. Really good. There's a big Chase Emery takedown, a Costigan uppercut. Emery gets a hammerlock. And then Maggard's back in with a big shot to Costigan. Funnily enough, Emery gets some mounted punches in there. And avalanches to both of them. Throws Costigan into Maggard in the corner. Costigan hits a neck breaker. Then in comes Bobby Blaze for some reason. And also Evil Eric Porter's in there with a chair to help Maggard. Hits Maggard by mistake. And then there may well have been an assisted knee. I don't know. Sometimes people have said that Murphy Costigan has a knee that is a knee pad, should I say, that has some object in it. I don't think so. But certainly the knee didn't half wallop. Was it Maggard? Might have been Maggard. No, it wasn't. I think it was Emery. And he is your new Southeastern champion. Congratulations, Murphy Costigan. That's absolutely right. He did tell me ahead of time that he was. And I'm happy to celebrate it with him because he can now be the talent centre of Appalachian Championship. No, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. And even though this was better than the first episode, I think they probably need a little bit of talent. Ta-ta.